earlier this year, I've made videos of this whole pot here being full of Sempervivum, um, not arachnoidium. That's what this is. That's what it looks like. It's got the little spider webs on top. This was, Sempervivum. I wrote it down in the title of the other videos, but there was tons of them making all these little pink flowers. Well, after that happened, a fungus got in here, and yeah, it pretty much killed everything. This was the last little piece that survived. I kept trying to, I changed out the dirt and I repotted them. I tried to do all kinds of shit, but they just ended up, nothing worked. I got a bunch of tiny other little pieces of different ones in other spots. There's some under here, there's some over here. But for some reason, middle of winter, beautiful little flower one more time. I thought this little head was just gonna, it looked like this, but without the spider webs on it. It was smaller than this. I had no idea it was gonna make flowers. But that sure is a pretty cute little one. The color seems much nicer than it was during summertime. Let me get in the light somewhat. Let me see here. Come on, focus on it, please. Right there, just focus. There you go. Beautiful tiny little thing. I still don't know if these things make seeds or not. Where did I put it? I put some in one of these pots or something. We'll see if anything blooms. I don't know. But when everything else is freezing, for whatever reason, this thing just decided to kick off. These all turned really red with the cold. I like these little guys. They're cute. Unfortunately, my cactus, the little bright pink, orange, yellow one, all got way too hot during the summer at one point. And the only reason I haven't completely trashed this yet is because I keep seeing little things sprouting in it. And I'm curious enough to just let them do their thing. But it sucked that they died. Oh yeah. So these bulbs I have growing, my grandma had these before she passed away. They've been growing at this house for, I don't know, 14 years. And we've never once seen them make any flowers. I don't know what bulbs they are. I don't think she ever knew what they were. This here is some of those bulbs. There was a pot, it was the same size as this pot here that we got this big cactus in. Same size as this pot. The top, I'd say 10 inches of it was solid bulbs from all the years that she just had them growing in there. And once we moved in, the pot was all broken up, so it was just a mound of dirt with a super thick layer of bulbs just growing on top of it. But what is neat about these bulbs is, at first they kind of look like a little, almost like a shallot or something. Excuse the focus, but I gotta get a couple layers off here. So, look at that. It's like silk. It's the softest fiber I have ever felt coming off of a plant. Look how it acts like hair, like spider silk or something. It's not stretchy like spider silk, but it's like vegetative silk. Like, you could make a fabric out of this or something. Let me get a sideways view of this. Look at that. It's so soft. Like, it's almost softer than silk. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what kind of bulb makes that. I really wish these would make a flower. I feel like it'd be an amazing flower. But they never make a flower. And this will peel down many, many, many layers. It's like paper. When it doesn't shred like this, if I can get it off in a solid piece here, it feels like a piece of, like a super thin piece of tissue paper made out of vegetation or something. Let me see here. Let me get this separated a bit more. There we go. See how we got the layers? It's like you could peel it off and almost make paper out of it. It's weird. So weird. I feel like you could almost make a fabric out of this if you had long enough threads. So it looks like paper, and then when you start to pull it apart sideways, you end up, let's see if I can balance this on my friggin' knee. Whoop, isn't it? Let's see here. Yeah, this isn't going to focus well enough for me to pull this apart. Not focus, damn you. See how thin and wispy the little hairs can get? Let me... Oh, come on. And see how you could almost take those hairs and spin them together, you know, like this kind of thing, and make a long string out of them. But yeah, it's really, really soft. And then once you start getting really close, like deep onto the inside, see this one here, I peeled down quite a ways, and it ended up, it was super bright white. And this was just like 2 weeks ago. And then it's already started to turn brown on the outside. It's like a protective layer. Helps insulate the bulb. Or maybe this was the one that was super white. And see, once you get down enough, it actually starts to get very moist and really does start to feel almost like a shallot or something. But if you try to cut it, it's just super silky. You can't just like slice a knife through it. It's like silk carbon fiber or something. It's the weirdest thing. See that? And I mean, really, it's one of the softest things I've ever felt. I've like touched it on the side of my face. It's a super soft fabric. It doesn't get you itchy or anything. I don't know what these bulbs are. I don't know if anyone has any sort of clue as to what they might be. But they always grow this time of year. They start sticking out of the ground, you know, in early October. And they just grow and grow and grow. I've had bulbs, you know, big, like this big. And I've had, well, you can see there's other super tiny ones in here. They're like smaller than my thumb. And I've had other ones bigger than the size of a softball. One of these days, I hope to figure out what these bulbs are. But until then, I plan on at least keeping them growing, like my grandma did. She actually had these at her old house from where they lived before I was even born. I think they had them when they moved here from New York, back when my mom turned 5. So, anyways, we also got like some forget-me-nots in here, which were the only thing growing in here a while ago, until winter happened. And then these started up. And it's neat. We never get slugs eating them. There's never snails or anything trying to eat them. Oddest thing. But at least it's something green when a lot of other things don't like to grow. But yeah, the main inspiration for this video was seeing the last of these little flowers. So cute. Let's see what else is going. Oh yeah, this one's doing another flower stalk. It just started up. These guys are cool. It feels like dinosaur skin. It looks and has texture like dinosaur skin, if you can see that. Really neat. This one is Titanopsis calcareum. It's another type of mimicry plant. This one's cool too, the tiger jaw. When these make a flower, it comes right out the center. It looks like it's breathing fire, or like a firework is shooting out. It's a bright yellow flower. It'll do once a year. These little cactuses are super cute. They turn red in the winter. Usually they're green. And then this is also one of my favorite ones. I've made videos pointing this one out before, but the first videos I made, it was just this bulbous part. It didn't have 4 little babies growing off the side of it. Although, I don't know if anyone else is familiar with these plants. I'm not super familiar with them, but can anyone tell me what these dark marks may have come from? I don't know. I can't see on the screen. I'm sure the phone's picking it up nicely. But there's some darker splotches on this plant that didn't used to be on there. It used to just be green. And it's not getting soft or anything. It's still hard. It's still growing. I don't know if it just does that over time, or if something happened to it. I mean, it's not like anything's been... Is that burn spots from the sun, maybe? No, I hope... No. I hope not. I really hope not. These guys are so neat looking, though. I've seen a different, like a cousin of these that has spines growing out of it, like a cactus. They're like 2-3 inch spines. Oh, and this one started doing a crown of pink flowers again. Oddly enough, in the middle of friggin' winter. I'm pretty sure it wasn't even that long ago it was doing this. I made videos about this one too. And for those of you that are curious, these sticks are to keep the squirrels, or at least a particular one squirrel, from digging all my plants out. Because that's what kept happening. You'd run over and he'd dig in his pot and fucking do acorns and whatever. And it was killing a bunch of my plants. So, it could have also been part of what happened here, because he was digging in here a lot too. I was finding big ol' honking acorns with roots growing out of them already and shit. But yeah, those sticks have prevented him from continuing to dig up my plants. He damn near killed this one. So, all these down here. These are just some cute little white bellflowers. They make tiny little bulbs. I got another type of Sempervivum growing down in there. And then this is a, what do they call this? A Christmas cactus or Halloween cactus. Something like that. Yeah, you can see all my other ones. See, they all got mold. All of them. I don't know what happened. It was sad. A lot of them weren't, and it's not like I was overwatering them. A lot of them were pretty dry. This one finally got some water, but that was after not getting any water for a long time. I don't know. I'm pretty sure these are going to die eventually too. These probably were going to make flowers, and for some reason they got shocked and stopped. Is that mold there? Or is that white from the water and the hard mineral stains? I don't friggin' know. It's not coming off. It's not on my finger. Huh. Didn't feel like fungus like what I was seeing on these, so I don't know. Let's see what happens. But yeah, just thought this was cool. Oh, cutie. Like its own little natural firework burst of color.